Average is not about what you can or can't do. It's not about talent, and it's not a fixed standard shared by everyone. Average is a bar you set for yourself. Think about this. A beginner walks into a gym for the first time. No experience, no strength, no direction. They see someone with years of training, muscle, discipline. To them, that body looks exceptional. Now look at it from the other side. That same bodybuilder looks around and sees someone bigger, stronger, more advanced. And suddenly, what once felt exceptional now feels average. Nothing changed objectively, only the reference point did. That's how average works. For one person, average means having a stable job. For another, it means owning a house. For someone else, even being a millionaire feels ordinary. Average isn't a number, it's a perspective. I'm not talking about society's average, I'm talking about the bar you set in your own mind. Two people can live the same life. One feels fulfilled, the other feels behind. Because average is never external, it's internal. And there's nothing wrong with choosing a certain level of comfort, as long as it's a choice, not a fear response. The problem begins when comfort quietly sets your limits. When you stop pushing, not because you've grown enough, but because failing would hurt your ego. You call it being realistic, you call it timing, you tell yourself you're fine, but really, you just stopped raising your bar. To overcome your version of average, you don't need to be exceptional at everything. You don't need perfection. You don't need comparison. You need honesty. Honesty about where your bar is, and whether it was set by intention or by fear. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Deciding that your bar was set by fear, that's just the beginning. Because the moment you make that decision, you'll still feel that fear. You'll still find reasons not to push. You'll still feel the weight of discomfort. That's when the real work begins, not in insight, but in action, in tolerating the discomfort long enough to actually test whether growth feels good, in pushing forward even when your mind gives you excuses, in discovering whether your resistance is protection or whether you've genuinely outgrown that bar. And here's what matters. If you do push and you discover that you genuinely prefer this level, then your comfort is finally, truly yours. Not fear-wearing comfort's mask, but real, earned contentment. That's growth too, even if it looks like staying still. Because average was never the enemy. Letting your reference point decide your limits was, and letting your fear decide your choices was. But letting fear prevent you from testing what's true, that's the trap. So the question isn't just, is my comfort a choice or fear? The question is, am I willing to find out?